Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So we've got a few things coming up. First of all, let's start off with, you guys know that my company, Rebel Visions Corporation, is a principal member of the Metaverse Standards Forum, something we are very proud of. Well, here's some Metaverse news for you. Invesco, a major money manager out there, is creating not just a new fund, but a new performance fund, multi-millions of dollars, and it's geared toward specifically the metaverse. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Something else that's worthy of note is that the two fund managers, the fund manager and the deputy fund manager, both come from the UK and Asian markets, and they also worked on the emerging markets team. So when you look at that, I'm sitting back and I'm kind of going, now that's an interesting choice. It's a very interesting choice. They'll be focused on everything from small cap, mid cap, large cap firms, but specifically involved in the metaverse. So I'm happy about that. Miley Cyrus. There's a lesson to this, and I'll tell you what the lesson is. But Miley Cyrus has filed a few patents to protect her brand, not patents, trademarks, to protect her brand in the metaverse. Now, my company, Rebel Visions Corporation, we own a marketing company called Rebel Reach, obviously to increase your reach. And we've been preaching this for a long time. With new technology comes new reasons to further protect your brand. So protecting your brand and maybe even being able to future-proof your brand is something you should be paying attention to. And if you use a marketing company, that's what they should be focused on. Not just building your brand, but protecting it as well. And one of the things that we help companies do is actually help them protect their brands. One of the ways, protect your brand in the metaverse. It's coming fast. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's here, it's growing fast. It's growing fast. We work with a lot of really cool companies with the Metaverse Standards Forum, and let me tell you, they have got some things going on. The future is definitely bright. Anyway, what's up next? Something else about the metaverse. Just one more thing. Just bear with me. Back in February, I believe it's like February 4th or February 5th, I told you about how Nike was taking StockX to court over the use of their brand and likeness in their NFT project. Well, why is that, important? Well, Nike just announced that they made over $185 million with their NFT project. This is why you need to protect your brand. Perfect example of why you need to protect your brand. So I sit here and I look at it and I just go, companies need to wake up in a major fashion. They need to wake up. The metaverse is, I think, growing faster than the internet did, right? So I think there's a lot more going on than when the internet first started. I think there's much more going on, much more adoption, just really cool things coming. Pay attention, step up your game, and get your brand involved. What's next? 10 a.m., very important time, 10 a.m., new home sales. Those numbers come out, and let me tell you, I'm expecting them to be market movers. I mean, over the last few days, I've heard that new home sales the price of homes has dropped 6%. Now, given that they skyrocketed, a 6%, retreat is not that much, but it's foretelling. So think about this. Home sales skyrocket, then they fall back. Then you hear about, over $35 billion in credit card debt quarter one. Then you hear about $42 billion in credit card debt quarter two. This year. Then you start to extrapolate and you figure out, well, if you're having credit card debt, you probably have debt in other things. Mortgage, car loan. So look at those areas and you think, well, probably later this year, you're going to start to see some deals. Yep, pretty much it. You're going to start to see some deals into next year. And that's when people will probably start saying, oh, yeah, we're in a recession. Yeah, okay. And they're also talking about how they need to pull back and have more unemployment to cool down inflation. things are afoot that you should be paying attention to. And for me, if I want to invest, there are going to be a few vehicles that I'm going to invest in. Probably real estate, definitely crypto. Period. Definitely crypto, number one, then probably real estate. Really depends on how the market kind of shakes up and shakes out and all those things. But I also want people to realize that some people are going to wind up being out of work, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to be making money. There are a lot of new businesses, a lot of small new businesses starting up. A lot. So pay attention to what's coming. I really think that's, these macro events are going to move markets. But I think it's highly possible that some of these markets can move in a good way. Now, I'm going to close out with, in terms of news, I'm going to close out with this one thing that I think is like ultimately cool. So I tell you all the time about how different, bridges, different crypto bridges get hacked and they lose, tens of millions, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars. Guess what? Rainbow Bridge. They're a protocol that connects near protocol to Ethereum, right? Coolest thing I've heard in like a long time. This is crazy cool. So not only have they been thwarting hackers, but this particular hacker is going to have a memorable event. Why? Because not only did they get stopped, but they also lost 5 ETH. 5 Ethereum. It's not a lot of money. 5 times what? 1,600 up there, give or take, 7,500 plus bucks. It's not a lot of money. That's not the point. Hacker lost money. The hacker was probably looking to steal money, duh. But they lost money in this transaction. Yeah, hat tip to that Rainbow Bridge team. Good job creating those automated watchdogs to actually pay attention to what's going on your network. Love it. Hat tip. Chef's kiss. Anyway, let's go over the numbers because there's a lot going on, but, not everything's perfect in the world. So let's just give this a quick refresh. And you can see, well, there are not a lot of losers. And think about this. There are not a lot of losers in the past 24 hours. Cool. That's fine. That's because we took the hit yesterday. So it makes sense that you're going to see some evening out right now, right? But over on this side, Chili's is up, EOS is up. EOS had a name change. They changed their name to Antelope, I believe. Interesting name change, I guess. I guess they're going by the agility of the animal. Antelopes are very agile. So it's pretty cool, like that. Optimism is up 9%. Remember, they were on the losing list, just a little while ago. I think yesterday or the day before. So that's a big deal. Nothing else on this list is actually capturing my attention. I will say, you do want to pay attention to just about anything that's in the top 50. You want to pay attention to things that are in the top 100, but you really want to pay attention to the top 50 and top 25 space. And that's where you have top 50 and top 25 movers right there. See what I'm saying? So pay attention to what's going on out there. Do your own research. Understand what it is that you want to be interested in and that you should be interested in. Like I said, today you'll get the new home sales numbers at 10 a.m. So that's pretty cool. Fear and Greed Index, a couple of days ago, we were at 41, then we dropped to 40, then we dropped to, I think, 29. Now we're at 28. So remember, it's a trailing thing. So this was basically saying this is how people felt yesterday. Today, I don't know how they're going to feel. I really don't know how they're going to feel. Is it too big of a payback, of a pullback rather? Was there too much profit taking? Possible. Absolutely possible. But JP Morgan came out with information today that says, listen, the squeeze in crypto is coming to a close. They're seeing more liquidity. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's something to be interested in. Bitcoin, yeah, still within the same space, still within my 2 bands, within my inner band specifically. But, trading at about 21.5 plus, right? So that's not bad. I'd be worried if Bitcoin hit below these numbers. Right now, I'm not worried about them hitting these numbers. It's fine to me. Bitcoin hitting that number, I'm fine with that right now. Ethereum had taken a hit, right? They were in the 1500s. Now they're back in the 1600s. And if you look across the board, there are very familiar numbers for each one of these coins. Almost as if to say, this is the resistance level, and these are serious resistance levels. All right? I mean, take, for example, Doge. Where are you, Doge? You're someplace around here. There you are. So if you look at Doge is at 0.6 cents, 6.8 cents, right? It's been lower, but it hasn't gone below 6 cents. It's been staying above 6.5 cents. A couple of days ago it was at 8.8. That's why I'm saying I think a lot of these coins have established a hard bottom. I'm really beginning to think that. I have no guarantees, right? But that's what I'm beginning to see. Even Cardano at 45 cents. Yeah, that's pretty much where it is. Who else was I looking at? Matic at 80 cents. Yeah, I think Matic's hard low is about 77 cents for right now. I think it's about 77 cents. So these are numbers that are actually pretty good. That means a lot of these coins have established a certain bump up, right? From where their lows were, established a new low. And now they're bouncing above that. And when things come down, they hit this bottom, and they just go, nope, that's not what we want to do. So I'm finding it very interesting to watch. And I'm also taking advantage of the time that I have to invest. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. I hope you're having a great day. If you like what I'm doing, like the journey that me and my kids are on, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit the notification bell so you know every single time I drop a new video. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.